As an undergraduate, you're taught a certain amount of things in a certain amount of time. As a postgraduate, you're on your own. You decide how much you want to learn and how quickly you do it.
So then at postgraduate level, you're stepping up, you're working on your own and working in your own specialisation.
And you feel like you're moving that one step further to becoming, more equal with people that are top in your field.
I always thought research postgraduate studies in particular, they offer you the opportunity to explore different areas from what you could in industry. Fair enough, there's research and development out in the real world, so to speak. But the difference here in a university is you get to set your own goals.
I really like the way I get to just spend all my time working on one thing, keep thinking about the same stuff. It's probably the only time in my life I'll be able to concentrate on just one single subject.
But you realise as you go along that you pick up skills of like networking, of how to be resourceful.
And then you submit a thesis. It's all your own ideas.
I guess there's the social side of it. That's probably the nicest part of it. With all the societies and clubs that you can join.
PGSA hold lots of social events throughout the year, and that's really important as a postgrad, because otherwise you can feel quite secluded and quite alone, because your research is just your research. It's not the same as an undergraduate course.
There are some specific postgrad clubs, like I belong to the women's football team.
As a postgraduate, having other people to talk to in the beginning when you're new, it's of course invaluable, because they'll be able to tell you where to go, where to find what opportunities there are, what resources there are, all the support services that the university offers. I think this is, again, one of the places where our university is stronger compared to others.
English support is the thing that I really appreciated.
The first few months when you arrive here, they give you a lot of guidance, especially for international students.
My writing, reading, speaking, or maybe dissertation workshop, they will support you about the language that you're not familiar with.
And then I guess there's all the support that although you may not think you need at the start, you probably may come to need at some point over your 3 years, and there's nothing wrong with that, because it is hard doing a PhD. I know that there's counselling, which some of my friends have been to and have found it very helpful.
So in terms of personal welfare support, academic support, there's always something there in virtually all the different places. And that's not even mentioning all the central provision of support, which is provided by the Students' Union, provided by the university. So no matter what happens, there's somebody there you can talk to, and you can pick and choose, really.
I mean, I don't think that you could possibly have a problem that the university wouldn't be able to have someone who could solve it for you.
There's hardly any closed door. You can work for the industry, you can work for the academics, you can work actually anywhere, because the skills you developed are quite wide.
I think that's the beauty of doing a PhD. It's not only does it open the possibilities to staying on in academia and doing more research and continuing your field or changing fields and doing more research, but at the same time you still have the option of doing what any undergraduate does, sometimes at a higher level, to go back into industry.
It's never going to harm you to have a PhD or an MA or whatever. And the other wonderful thing is that it doesn't matter if you don't want to stay in academia, because you have so many transferable skills that you can take with you.
And I learned so much in my degree. I did not regret it. I'm extremely happy with my degree, and I know in the future I'm going to put it to use, and it's going to looks extremely nice on my CV right now.
People say, well, if you don't go into your area of your same field after you've finished your PhD, then what are you going to do? You could do anything. There's so many things you can do with what you've got, and the way you've developed over your 3 years is very important.
You need to be patient with your PhD. It's not an easy thing to start. It's not an easy study. It's not a breeze. You need to have patience, and you need to realise that the main point of a PhD, I suppose, is developing your own self-motivation.
It's just something that you need to keep reiterating. Have yourself a plan, don't get sidetracked, don't get lost, because 3 years, they go so quickly.
Try to ask always other British students or students that have studied here, how essays are done, because they're very different from the way you do essays in each country. It's totally different, and it will help you when the exams come.
I think at the start I threw myself into my research and didn't take on anything outside of that. I just wanted to, get it going. I was so excited about it. And I think I burnt out a bit quickly because that's all I had going. So I think my top tip would be have things alongside your PhD to supplement it, whether it's going out with your friends, whether it's playing football.
Actively seek out things to do, and like clubs and societies and things that you're interested in, just to meet other people, because I think most postgraduates run the risk of becoming quite insular.
Get involved with the PGSA, with the undergraduate societies.
You not come here just only for study. You have to be part of the community, and then it's good that they got a variety of society that if you're interested in something, you can go there and then you can make friends.
When you first come in, there's going to be information from all over the university, and it's very important to try to, as much as possible, realistically, to go to all of them. And not necessarily remember what is where, but just to know that things are available in terms of support.